We are so obsessed with productivity, and you probably are wondering, oh God, is this another productivity video? Because there's so many out there, there's so much stuff about productivity on social media, so many books, and we're just obsessed with this productivity hustle culture. But at what cost? Hi everyone, my name is Luba, and my whole life I've been an achiever. I always needed the next best shiny thing, the next best grade, winning the next competition in school, going to the best university, getting good grades there, getting a good job, getting a promotion, you name it. You know that hedonic treadmill when you always want to get more and more and more. And I remember when I was in Canada, I think I was maybe in third year university, I discovered Tim Ferriss, and that's how my journey with productivity and even learning that productivity is something that you can optimize has begun. I became obsessed with productivity books, productivity podcasts, following people who would just always show you how productive they are, and as a result, I've learned a lot myself about productivity, and this is what I want to share here in this video. After experiencing burnout myself, I think partially because of this obsession with productivity and reflecting a lot on the topic over the past 2 years, in this video I put together some learnings, some reflections that I've had about productivity myself. In the end of the day, productivity is a means to an end. And I mentioned that already, that I kind of convinced myself at a certain point of time that being productive is truly who I naturally am. And I really was just collecting information that a lot of the times I didn't apply, and it didn't create the outcomes that I thought I would want, or the outcomes that I thought I would create by that productivity, fueled by that productivity. But what I really was doing is I was consuming all this information, I was being busy, I was hustling, and I just convinced myself that that's what I loved doing. The truth is that yes, I loved learning about productivity, I loved reading about it, and to be honest, I still do, but productivity is just a tool. And I have a lot of friends who are absolutely obsessed with productivity hacking. They would have the best shortcuts, the best apps, the best Notion and Roam systems that would seemingly automate and optimize their life. They would write scripts to do things faster. But after observing some of them, I started wondering, are they even focusing on the right things? You can be absolutely amazing at being effective and being productive, but the reality could be that you're just piling up busy work that you don't even enjoy doing in the first place. And then all your time is spent generating output with all these productivity hacks and techniques that you have created for yourself, but the output that you create is not even the output that makes you happy and that makes you fulfilled. And that really made me question how much of the information that I consume about productivity am I actually applying, and am I even working on the right things? Am I moving in the right direction? And am I applying these productivity tools to fuel and create the life that I essentially want? And with all the productivity hacking that I've learned and I've read about, I just kind of decided to go back to first principles and foundationally think about that question. What do I like? What do I dislike? What makes me flow? And what kind of, basic productivity techniques can I apply to this foundation, to this direction that I want to move forward to? A thing that absolutely fuels our obsession with productivity is the fact that we, especially here in America, in American culture, are attaching so much of our self-worth to our output and to our ability to be productive. And you can see it anywhere. That's why people are staying so late at work, because showing that, hey, I'm here, I'm present, being available over email, over Slack, just basically instantly responding and being online at any point of time, even if it's weekends, even if you're having dinner with friends or with your family. All of that kind of shows that, hey, I am productive, I'm worth, I am here, and you should recognize me as someone who's working really hard. Since I moved to Silicon Valley, and I actually moved to Los Angeles a month and a half ago, so I'm no longer in Silicon Valley proper, but when I moved 5 years ago, it was so easy to compare my self-worth in the output of productivity to others and think that, oh man, I'm not productive enough because I haven't left my job to start a successful startup yet. I haven't raised a ton of money yet. Like, I haven't had a TechCrunch article written about me. I'm not on a magazine cover. I'm not, I don't have a super successful side business. I'm not investing, or I'm not basically X, and you can fill in the blank. But the reality is that if we are in pursuit of balance and happiness, and that's kind of been, pursuit of happiness has been a human pursuit since the beginning of it all. If we are in pursuit of happiness, happiness to me is really being at peace with yourself. It's about not comparing yourself to others, being at peace with your surroundings, being at inner peace with yourself and accepting yourself the way you are. And it's really stepping away, being at peace with your output and productivity, and focusing on those things that you want to create, on the life you want to fulfill, and stopping obsessing with what other people are doing, because there is always going to be someone who is doing something better than you, who achieved more things, and ultimately, because our video is about productivity and ultimately is, in your eyes, more productive. After reading countless books on productivity, listening to a ton of podcasts, and don't get me wrong, I'm still continuing, watching productivity videos and reading stuff about it. I do really love the topic. I've realized that outside of picking the direction that you want to go in, things that you want to work in, finding things that makes you tick, that make you tick, and finding that state of flow, there is one fundamental thing about productivity that will make your output increase, and that is being focused. I have two favorite productivity books that I would recommend absolutely anyone to read, and that's Deep Work by Cal Newport and Willpower Doesn't Work by Benjamin Hardy. And ultimately, both of the books at its essence focus on one thing, that's deep work and being focused, and how focus is the ultimate productivity hack, and also creating the environment around things that you want to achieve. I truly believe that that's the case, that environmental design is everything. It's not about your innate talent and ability to be motivated and to power through it, but it is about creating the setup, it's about hanging out with the right people, and it's about creating a distractionless environment. And that is the ultimate tool for being focused. And focus is so incredibly powerful, but so incredibly tough. It's so easy to be busy with 1,000 tasks and think that, oh my God, I'm doing so much, I'm being so productive. And I was totally in that place as well. When I was thinking about leaving my job at Airbnb, I was figuring out what I would want to work on the side. And most of the time spent was me networking, because I was thinking that, hey, by me meeting a lot of people, I'm being productive, I'm putting my intention of leaving my job and becoming an entrepreneur out there, which is true to an extent, but in reality, I was just spending a lot of time having kind of empty and conversations that most of them didn't really lead to anything. So, I was being busy and I kind of felt like I was being productive. But what I realize now is that it's so easy to be distracted by that busy work, and actually picking the one task at hand, removing all the social media, all the things that I can do around the house, putting a timer on and just making myself work on that one task is the most powerful productivity hack that I personally have found for myself. And that is what I would absolutely urge you to focus on if there was, one productivity hack that I would give you. And sometimes I wonder, what might it have been like to live in the 19th century, maybe in the middle of nowhere, have absolutely no distraction with social media, with the internet, with all the information that is now available to us? Because I truly believe that, we have all this access and we have all this knowledge around us, but our brain is so behind in how to adapt to this fast-paced, moving environment with so much consumerism. And that's why, removing all the distractions and kind of going back to the roots of that 19th century Renaissance man or woman and just focusing on simple things, focusing on the tasks at hand is so, so important. Last but not least, I want to touch upon the importance of taking a break, relaxing, giving your mind a break, and again, not being on this treadmill of hustling and productivity at all costs and at all points of times. I definitely want to make a video about my burnout, and I would love to hear from you guys in the comments whether that's a topic you'd like to hear about. But yeah, I think part of the reasons why I was so burnt out is because I got into such a race of being productive that I literally felt bad about taking a break, about socializing with friends, about going out. I felt guilty that, hey, this is not creating a productive outcome, but I completely disregarded the buzzy word of self-care that a lot of people are talking about nowadays. And I cannot stress the importance of stopping, smelling the roses, allowing yourself to productively procrastinate, allowing yourself to doing the things that you enjoy doing that might not necessarily be creating, the outcome in that direction that you want to move in, allowing yourself to hang out with friends, hang out with your family, watch a movie, I don't know, anything. And there is this concept that really resonated with me that I heard in the video of another YouTuber, Rowena Tsai, whose videos are absolutely wonderful. She mentioned that productivity is like exhaling. And if you're exhaling all the time, you're gonna die. You have to stop and inhale to be able to exhale. So I think that's just such a great visual to, stop, pause, relax, give yourself a break, be mindful of your energy levels, be mindful of, having a good sleep, taking care of yourself, taking care of your physical body. I think that's also the ultimate productivity hack. And some of your best ideas will come when you would relax and take a break. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Check out other videos and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.